Is spanking okay? An Argument For by Ivana Guzman. Some may call it good parenting. Others think spanking is now overrated and can lead to other violence. So does spanking really create more responsibilities of the child? Does it create obedience? In an article by Kitty O'Connell, Is It Okay to Spank? Parents who once were spanked, Virginia says she believed it was a good thing. Lisa, however, remembers them being harsh and didn't feel she learned much responsibility nor obedience from them. Then why is a whopping 68% of parents saying spanking is not only good but essential to child rearing? As someone who was spanked as a child and a friend of someone, I remember I did not like it, nor did my friend, and sometimes I thought I could test my parents. But once remembering the feeling and getting closer to that act of being spanked, I straightened up. No kid really wants to be spanked, and that's what's so good about it, is kind of, I guess, the fear of putting in that child, to straighten up, to act right. What is the right way to act? Spanking is definitely not for fun, as mentioned before, not for the kid, and definitely not for the parents. So, in turn, we need to help the child understand the reason behind the child being spanked. Once punished, you need to help the kid understand the reason. Now, does spanking really create harm in children? Harm meaning violence. Creating other violence out of the kids is acting in bullying in schools. The definition of spanking is an act of slapping on buttocks as punishment for children. Now, I believe when done right, and as mentioned before, communication towards the kid, there is no evidence or statistics that proves violence comes out of being spanked from the parent. Now, growing up, kids are adjusting to other kids. There's many social things going on. Kids are growing up. You got sports, athletics, school. You're interacting with other kids. You're interacting with other kids who have been raised differently as you. Everyone has different parenting skills. So it's kind of hard adjusting to other kids and how they act towards you, how you're supposed to act towards them. It's hard trying to understand what is right and what is wrong. Now, some may think spanking has no absolute value in teaching kids right from wrong. Some actually believe it brings out more harm to kids and will eventually persuade kids to do harm to others. But if this is the case, with no actual evidence, why is there a good 74% of mothers who believe spanking is acceptable for kids ages 1 to 3? Because they create that balance of love, understanding, communication, and of course discipline. You have to talk to your child, and it's important to also not feel always that you have to be punishing the kid. Show love and affection. So in turn, when done right, when done properly, spanking works.